When young Kaido pulled up to Marine ship or Marine base, can I get a triple patty Whopper with extra cheese? Hold the pickles. Let me get a double side of extra fries and a large strawberry milkshake. Oh yeah. This man, he knew what he wanted. He went to the right spot too, because we know, based on the Navarro and One Piece filler, that these Marines, they cook up some mean meals. Only the best quality ingredients. So Kaido knew exactly where to go for a growing boy like himself. Hey yo, shout out to my man Kaido. Wow, this chapter. Oh boy. First of all, if you haven't seen my live stream reaction to the chapter, link in the box below. That is numero uno. Numero dos is that someone had a very simple donation, but honestly, it is kind of indicative of how I feel about this chapter as a whole. Like, it really, really is. And I feel like I shouldn't be feeling this way with this chapter, but before I get into my feelings for this chapter, number 3, it is scheduled for today, a brief word from today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by none other than the Surfshark VPN. Consistently, Surfshark VPN is a high quality VPN service that is way more affordable than the rest of the competition, without a doubt. And you need as much money as possible with all these markets tanking. And it's at these affordable rates with so many amazing features that you can utilize no matter where you are in the world, considering how many servers Surfshark VPN has across the world. Whether you're using Android, iOS, Linux, Windows, no matter what you have, Surfshark VPN can protect your online identity with great features like the Clean Web feature that can remove any malware, any phishing attempts, any malice that could be coming your way. And when you're out on your phone and you have no idea who could be trying to get access to your phone, that is a very important thing to have protection when you're out and about. On top of that, if you want to get access to any region-gated content, like for example my own content, which a lot of times is region blocked in certain countries, it is what it is, well, you get access to said region-gated content, whether it's my videos or Netflix or Disney Plus, by easily using Surfshark VPN, changing your location where you're located in, and then boom, just like that, you gain access to any region-gated content, easy peasy. So on that note, go in the description box down below and use code KOL, that is KOL, to not only get 83% off, but also 3 months free off of your purchase of Surfshark VPN, and you can cancel anytime, no charge. Once again, use code KOL, and thank you Surfshark VPN for being awesome. And now, let's get back to the video at hand. Good. So there was a donation I got on Twitch when I was doing my stream, and it's from Heartholder, who just simply says, interesting chapter, Cole, hope you enjoy. And honestly, that's how I feel about this chapter, where this chapter is an interesting chapter, honest to God, but at the same time, when you look at the end of the chapter and how this is very likely, like a 99.9% chance, though to be fair, I did do a Twitch poll, and on the Twitch poll, half of the people voted with the idea that Kaido is going to come back, rebound, with an awakened form, versus the other half that just said no. Like, it was a 50-50 split, which was, so we'll see. There's a lot of people that believe that Kaido has more gas in the tank. What they want is another 100 chapters of Wano Country. Oh.
That lovely?
No. I have said before in my video I did about a very important question when it comes to Kaido and whether or not I think he's going to awaken or not, and I lean towards no. I do lean bearish, but maybe Kaido is going to rebound. But the whole point here is that when you think about this final attack on Kaido, okay, the Monkey God gun, the Bajran gun, and then you have Kaido's flashback, which is like a montage of his highlights throughout his entire life. Then when he's punched into the ground and you see his dragon symbol, like Whirlpool the Pokemon or Naruto style, And then he's thinking about King and how I know who is Joy Boy. He's the person that's one day gonna be me. So it makes it feel, honest to God, like Kaido is down and out. And that is a absolutely tremendous, historic moment in One Piece if Kaido is down and out. But when I think about it, I wasn't necessarily all that hyped. In fact, I was kind of surprised. Like, wait, hold on, wait, what? Is that it? Like, I'm like, wait, what? What? Huh? That's it.
Correct.
This is Kaido's defeat. This is Kaido's allegedly Kaido is defeated. This should be like massive, mega, oh my god, jaw-dropping, run around in circles hype. But my booty was firmly planted. And I'm trying to figure out why on God's green earth was my booty firmly planted into this squeaky chair. Why?
What?
It was hype, but not as hype as I thought it would be. Because I'm actually more intrigued with this chapter rather than hype, even though Kaido is on the verge of defeat. That's honestly my first take. I'm not trolling you. That is my first take. Hence, you know, this video topic. I'm in how I feel off the rip. It's kind of hard to explain. Actually, not to lie. I'll put it like this. The flashback kind of let me know, in a way, off the rip, that this was going to be Kaido's last hurrah. Because, or at least there's a good chance it was Kaido's last hurrah. Because this happens in a lot of different shows, series, franchises, you name it. Where before the villain's final breath or the final attack or that kind of stuff, the villain has a flashback. And in Kaido's case, it wasn't a robust flashback. It was just, here's a quick montage of all of these different moments across Kaido's life. And it was very obvious that Oda was walking on eggshells. No Oni stuff, which I thought would actually be like a big deal. Considering how during his fight against Yamato, that seemed a big deal here, where Oni shall not be friends with humans and blah. What? Who are the Onis? What's going on with the Onis? Like, some folks with horns in the series may be genuine Onis, and he has a club. Like, he had a club since he was a kid. And when you look at his name, it actually means Joy Boy. I think it's called the katakana. They're actually Joy Boy. Stuff like that. And I'm sitting here like, okay, none of this is here. None of this is here. And then the Rock's pirate stuff, oh, massive eggshells. Like, we are absolutely walking on thin ice. And we are 450 plus pounds. We montage it, and that's it. Where, let's say in the last arc, Whole Cake Island with Big Mom has like a 2 or 3 or 4 chapter flashback. Big Mom has a substantive flashback. So it's very clear that Oda is going to give us more of Kaido's backstory, more of his past through other characters if this is the last hurrah, which it appears to be. We never really got the substantive flashback that I think many folks wanted, including myself. But for me, I was actually more focused on the Oni stuff rather than the Rock's Pirate stuff, because I kind of got an understanding that, yeah, that Rock's Pirate stuff wouldn't necessarily be a thing that Oda wants to flesh out now in this arc. So Kaido gets something, but it's more akin to Katakuri, when I think people would have wanted something like Big Mom in terms of the robustness of the flashback. Now, stylistically, this chapter also throws me off as well. Luffy and this Bajrang gun is the size of a goddamn island. We see that clearly in 1047. Why does Luffy look bigger? Like, it's not consistent. The scaling and the size at times for the past 2 chapters has been off on many fronts, whether it's the camera angle, but Luffy should look much, much, much smaller in this chapter. Like, at the end of the chapter, when we see Luffy do the final blow to Kaido, when he finally follows through, Luffy looks really large, and his fist looks oddly small, even though in the back of our minds, you have to keep in mind, hold on now, the fist is like the size of the entire Onigashima, and Kaido is just as large, bigger actually. So, Luffy, unless he's in Gigant form, like maybe at some point Luffy went Gigant? Maybe, the scaling and how it was drawn, stylistically I thought was weird. Like, it kept on nagging me. And then, what's also kind of weird was, I thought, the finisher. Now, thank God for some of these donos, like Abdullah and Dramar, because The flashback thing we probably will get later on in the future. And also, when it comes to this attack right now, yeah, it looks like we're probably going to have the aftershock, the after effects of what Luffy did to Kaido in the next chapter, 1050. And mind you, we have a break next week. So in order to see the true effects of the Bajrang gun, we have to wait 2 weeks. The timing. Oof. Oof. In my mind, whatever Luffy has to do in terms of environmental impact has to supersede whatever law did the Big Mom. But Kaido is gigantic, and I would say when you think about someone like Pika potentially being punched into an abyss and continues to fall through the ground. So at this rate, Kaido is going to meet King Kong in the center of the earth. Fair enough, fine. Because he's getting buried and the people are still cheering and no one knows what's going on, it doesn't seem to have as much impact as I would actually like it to have, at least so far. Which is why I wasn't necessarily so hyped, because he's getting just plummeted into an abyss, which is interesting, and he's thinking about it in real time, and then it kind of cuts to black on Kaido's part in the chapter. So it appears that Kaido is knocked out, allegedly. We can gander a few things here, and one thing I think that's very important here is Joy Boy. So the idea I'm getting here, and what some folks were saying during our Tier 3 discussion, was Kaido may have actually spent his time here on Wano Country in part because he wanted to fight Joy Boy. He knew that Joy Boy would come to Wano Country and open its borders. Therefore, Kaido waited here purposefully because he himself wanted to fight and ultimately be defeated by Joy Boy. Something like that. But I don't think it's the only reason why. I think that there's clearly more to it, where Wano Country itself does have major significance for the lore and the history of the world, like another country way back when in the series that was cut off from the rest of the world, Skypiea. There are various things I think Kaido understands and knows when it comes to Wano's importance for this kind of stuff, which is also part of the reason why he stayed here in Wano Country and wanted to make Wano Country his main base of operation. And now, the main question here is opening the borders of Wano Country. And it'll be a fantastic way if Luffy hit Kaido so hard into the ground that the entire country of Wano Country starts to just sink to regular sea level. I don't know. That could be crazy wishful thinking here, but Luffy, I think, when it comes to the final, I mean, this is the Bajrang gun, which, by the way, I didn't notice at first on my first read through, but actually when I read through it off stream, I actually just realized that when Luffy starts to talk to Kaido in the final section, where he says, "A world where my friends can eat as much as they like," Luffy's whole body actually like erupts in some sort of flaming column that I didn't catch before. Such a small, thin panel, and I did not take a good look at the colorings of the chapter, but Luffy essentially makes some sort of gigantic flaming aura column thing that actually creates more space and more power between himself and Kaido. So when Kaido's biting onto his fist, he's actually almost at Luffy's arm hockey skin when Kaido says, "Straw Hat, what kind of roll do I should make?" And then when he responds is when Luffy starts to actually get even stronger. So Luffy appears to conjure fire like that, like he's Sanji. But instead it's the gigantic island plus size fist in himself. But again, he looks so big compared to his own fist, which makes the fist look smaller than it should be because it's the size of Onigashima. It's weird. It's so weird. I think Momonosuke, congrats to him, moving Onigashima so quickly was also so surprising as well. So wait for the review. There's a lot on my mind, but honest to God, this chapter, I think, yeah, even though I think I should be hyped, I'm actually more intrigued than I am hyped.